Hello, welcome to another video. I'm Emily Barbara, and I am so excited to show you what books I'm going to be reading in July. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to open some summer reads. I have a blind summer TBR right here in this first stack. We're going to open two of these up. And then over here, I have what I call my Germany books. So books about Germany or set in Germany that I want to read before I go to Germany in December. And then over here are books that I have wrapped, but I'm not ready to open them yet. This is fall TBR, and then I have a Christmas TBR wrapped back there. So that is in our future, and I'm so excited to get to those eventually. But right now it's July. Sorry, I got like a tripod sort of a thing to help prop my phone up, and my cat is like sniffing it, trying to figure out what it is. So anyway, okay, so heads up, this July, okay, the month of July, I'm gonna be gone. I'm gonna be traveling for like 2 weeks, maybe slightly more than 2 weeks. So I need to bring books that are not huge, heavy, chunky hardback books. So you may see me decline a book that is too big. If it's gonna be too thick and chunky, I'm not gonna get to it in July. I already know I'm gonna be busy while I'm traveling. I'm not gonna be doing quite as much reading, I would assume. So if I pull something that's just too big and chunky, I may end up putting it back. Yeah, especially my Germany stack has a couple of really, really thick books that I know I'm gonna be flying and I don't want to take them with me on an airplane. I'm just gonna have to pack books, but they're gonna have to be on the lighter side. So I was thinking we would do 2 summer TBR books from my blind summer TBR, and then 1, maybe 2 from the Germany stack over here. And then we'll head upstairs and figure out, definitely gonna have to figure out how to get the TBR to just give me some lighter books this month. Okay, so let's get started on the summer TBR. All right, so here's my summer TBR books. These are blind. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 0. 0 is a new book that I recently purchased, and I wanted it to be obvious which one it is because I really, really, really want to read that one. So it would be great if I could get that one this month. But if not, it's okay. I'll forgive it. Okay, here's our first prompt, or our first blind TBR pick. Okay, number 5. Cool. Okay, got it. Number 5, here we go. Let's open her up and see what we got for summer. By the way, my summer reads that I read in June from the summer TBR, they've been really good to me so far. So I can't wait to talk about them in my wrap up. And okay, Jane Green, The Beach House. Okay, so I don't think I know much about this one. This I picked up at an estate sale, I want to say about a year ago, and I kind of forgot that I bought this because when I go to estate sales, I usually will buy a ton of books all at once, and I'll keep the ones I want to keep, and I'll list the ones I don't want, like on eBay or Pango or whatever. So it takes place in Nantucket. All right, it keeps mentioning Nantucket a lot. So, okay. Nan Powell is a free-spirited 65-year-old widow who's not above skinny dipping in her neighbors' pools when they're away. and who dearly loves her Nantucket home. But when she discovers the money she thought would last her forever is dwindling, she realizes she must make drastic changes to save her beloved house. Okay, so she's gonna rent a room in her home that has beach access. Slowly she starts to rent to people. Her son comes for the summer, and something about that turns her life upside down. So, okay, cool. I hope it's not a romance. It looks very pretty with flowers on it. So that's kind of giving me romance vibes, and I hope it's not. I'm okay with a little bit of romance in a book, but I don't want that to be like the main plot. So, okay, cool. I will totally read this beachy read. Okay, let's pick one more summer read, and see what is in store for us. Oh, this one's not yellow. I wonder if this is my new book. Oh, look, oops. This is book 0. The one I told you I just wrapped and put on here because it's brand new. I did not mean to pick this, but I think it was larger than the other papers in here, so it was just kind of a little too easy to pick it. Oops. Okay, well, I'm not mad about it. And it's not a super thick book. The only thing is I know exactly what this book is, so it's not gonna be a surprise. Okay, so I've been dying to read this. M.W. Craven, Black Summer. This is the second book in the detective series. It's definitely horror detective thriller, but definitely horror. At least the first book definitely had horror in there. Graphic description of murders and stuff, so beware. This is truly mind-blowing, gripping, twisty, brilliantly invented. So what is this series called? Washington Poe, Tilly and Washington Poe series. They're the two detectives that are solving the case. And it's called Black Summer. I don't know anything about what this book's about, but it has the word summer in it, so, which is why I put it on my summer blind TBR. Jared Keaton, chef to the stars, charming, charismatic psychopath. He is currently serving a life sentence for the murder of his daughter, Elizabeth. Her body was never found, and Keaton was convicted largely on the testimony of Detective Sergeant Washington Poe, who was in the first book. Okay, a young woman staggers into a remote police station with irrefutable evidence that she is Elizabeth Keaton. But she was murdered. What? Poe finds himself on the wrong end of an investigation, one that could cost him much more than his career. Okay, and then it talks about how Tilly is gonna help him solve the case. Awesome, okay. Well, I felt like I cheated when I pulled that one, but I don't care. I'm just dying to read it. I almost feel like I should pick a third one, but 2 of these are really chunky and I don't wanna accidentally pulling one of those. So yeah, August, I'm gonna read the last 3. What's the point of it being a blind TBR if I know I'm gonna read these 3? Well, it'll still be fun to open them up and see what they are. I guess that's the point. Okay, anyway, these are gonna be Team August. So now let's pick 2 Germany books. If I just cannot pick a thinner, more imaginable book, I may only pick 1. Can't decide if I should do 1 or 2 for my Germany TBR. In order to stay on track leading up to December, I have to read just 1 a month. So yeah, I don't know. Let's try to pick 2, and if one of them's chunky, I'll just put it back. I won't read it this month. Oh, I can't actually see what I'm doing. Okay. see if I can get one. Oh no, I can't. Look how thick this one is. The Fire Agent. This is actually a new release by David Bearwald. This is a June release. It's brand new. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to wait for another month. So that gives me one more chance, and please don't be Grimm fairy tales. That's too long. And it's huge. It's massive. It's hardback. It weighs like 1,000,000 pounds. I can't take that on the airplane. No. This is my last chance. Please give me something not too crazy. Grimm fairy tales. Oh no. Okay, well, I'm totally cheating, but I'm not taking either of these huge books on a carry-on. I'm only taking a carry-on on this flight. I'm sorry, but I'm not doing it. I'll have to choose one more. So it looks like I'm only gonna read one Germany book this month. And it's gonna be draw number 3, The Trial. Okay, so I'm gonna put these 2 back because I'm not gonna read these. I'm not gonna take them with me on the airplane. So The Trial, let me get that out. Okay, so this is The Trial by Franz Kafka. This is actually, I feel like right now, even though this was written back in the 1920s, this is like a bestseller right now, I think. It's kind of made a comeback, but it's not normally with this cover. This is like an older version of the cover. So if you are in a bookstore or something, you're probably gonna find this book, but with a different cover, and I don't remember what it looks like. But this is all about, I wanna say it's written by a German man. Oh, Kafka, well, I hope I'm saying that right, his name. So he wrote The Trial, or published it in 1925. He wrote a lot of prolific books. Looks like his first book was published in 1912. So I guess we would consider him a classic writer. Oh, this says most of his work, unfinished at the time of his death, was published posthumously? Never heard of that word before. Like after he died? So who finished his books? I don't know. Okay, maybe a ghostwriter or something, or I don't know. That's interesting. Okay. So from what I understand, this is a book about a man in the 1920s that was falsely accused of something in Germany, and he goes to trial, and it's supposed to be a very prolific read. It's very short. I want to say this is like 200 pages, but it looks like very dense text, small font, 158 pages. But yeah, this is like, they used every last scrap of space on this page to put text in there. So, okay, it says only after his death he came to be regarded as one of the major achievements of 20th century literature. He was born to middle-class German-speaking Jewish parents in Prague, Bohemia, now part of the Czech Republic, in what was then the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Okay, well, it doesn't say anything about what this book is about, but I'm pretty sure it is what I just said. A man is falsely accused, he goes to trial, things happen in the 1920s. So, okay, cool. So this is an interesting mix of books so far. We've got something I would think is going to be very heavy emotionally. Okay, and then we have something that's going to be like a horror thriller, book 2 of the series. And then we are going to have, I think, what will be a very light fun read, maybe dramatic though, because it sounds like there's a big turn of events, but it'll be like a fun beach read, Nantucket vibes. So those are the three that I will probably bring these on my trip. The ones that I pick upstairs from my TBR prompt jar, I'll probably not take those with me. I'll have to just get caught up as soon as I get back from my trip. All right, so let's head upstairs. Hi. All right, so we're now upstairs and I'm gonna grab the TBR jar, and I think I'm only gonna pick 2 books, which is kind of sparse, but like I said, I'm gonna be on vacation, taking a pretty long vacation this month. So let's get to it. All right, got the jar here. Series. Okay. So, I think all of my series are up here, in the middle, which you can kind of not see. Let's, kind of see them. So this is book 1. I could start. I can't do anything with these because M.W. Craven, these 2 books, I'm reading book number 2 already. I don't think I want to read book number 3 yet until like maybe August. This is another book 1. Oh, this would finish a series. Stephen King. I really want to finish this series, but this is a chunker. Never Flinch. It's part of the Holly series by Stephen King. So good. But yeah, that's a bit of a chunker, and it's a hard back. This is starting a new Stephen King series, and then this one is book 1. Okay. I don't know what to do. So this is, I'll just show you the options that I think are viable. So Dead and Gondola. This is a mystery, a Christie Bookshop mystery by Anne Claire. It's the first in a series. I don't know a whole lot about it, but it has a cat and it has a knife. That's enough for me to read a book. Okay, let me see. It takes place in Colorado. It looks like Agatha or Meg. Oh, the cat's name is Agatha. Meg owns the bookshop. It's a historic family-owned bookshop, and it sounds like she owns it. So Ellie and Meg are the bookshop owners. Are they sisters? So a mysterious stranger vanishes in the bookshop, and this is what the whole thing is about. This would be like an easy read. Only problem is I see mountains. Like, I wonder if this is more of a winter read, but otherwise, sure, that's a viable option. Okay, the other one, everyone in my family has killed someone. That title alone, I am just so intrigued. Oh, and this is by Benjamin Stevenson, and this is book 1. I'm not sure how many books there are in this series, but I would love to get started because I already bought book 2. It's up there. Okay. Everyone in my family has killed someone. Some of us, the high achievers, have killed more than once. I'm not trying to be dramatic, but it is the truth. Some of us are good, others are bad, and some just unfortunate. I have killed someone. Or have you killed someone? Yes, I have. Who was it? Let's get started. My brother, stepbrother. Oh, so it goes through all the people in the family that have killed someone. Brother, stepbrother, my wife, my mother. Wow, okay. That sounds really fun. Okay, and then the other one was this. The Grim Reaper's Guide to Catching a Killer by Maxie TBR. This is a scythe mystery, funny and warm, delightfully fresh. So from what I understand, this is a mystery, but it's supposed to be like funny. And I do love a good mystery that has humor in it. So honestly, I'm gonna put the one with a cat back on the shelf. I think that one's more of a winter vibe. And then I'm gonna pull, it's between these two. What would you do? Since I already own book 2, I think I might go ahead and read this. And this I can do next month or whatever. But since I already own book 2, I feel like if I really love this, I can just quickly go into the next book and I won't have to like wait for the, you know, the second book to arrive because I already have it. Okay, so that is our first book off of the TBR prompt jar. Let me stick that prompt back in here so I'll remember where it's from. Okay, and then I'm gonna stuff these back in that tried to come out and we're gonna try again. I just dropped one. Okay, long title, 5 words or more. Okay. What has a long title? 5 words or more. Bad Queens of Crime, that's 4. Welcome to the something something bookshop. I don't know if this is considered 4 or 5 words. Welcome to the something something bookshop. That's 5. 5 or 6, depending on this hyphenation here. So that's in the running. Let me see what else I can find. A nearly normal family. That's 4. Mystical cat shelter. Agnes. Oh, I am dying to read this, but it's hardback. I'd have to read it when I got home from my trip, but hopefully I'll be in the mood. I might have to do it. I've been wanting to read this for a while now, and it's got the whole magical realism, or maybe it's just straight up fantasy. But yeah, Agnes Aubert's Mystical Cat Shelter by Heather Fawcett. All I know is it's a mystical cat shelter. That's all I know about it. And there's nothing on the back of the book. Oh, there's a cat. Have I told you guys I'm a crazy cat lady? Okay. Okay. A woman who runs a Montreal cat rescue in the 1920s turns to a grouchy but charming magician to help save her shelter in this heartwarming, cozy fantasy. I believe there's a little bit of a romance in here too, but I don't know. I have to read it. And it's definitely more than 5 words. Agnes Aubert's Mystical Cat Shelter. So that's 5. Okay. I think I'm gonna do that. Okay. So these are my 2 books that are going on my TBR from my prompt jar. So let's wrap up this July TBR video. So first we have, for the Germany read, The Trial by Franz Kafka. We have The Beach House by Jane Green. That was a summer blind TBR. My other summer blind TBR, Black Summer. And then from the prompt jar upstairs, we picked Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone by Benjamin Stevenson. And then lastly, we have the Agnes Aubert's Mystical Cat Shelter by Heather Fawcett. So fantasy with, I think, some romance, 2 thrillers, 1 beachy light read, and then 1 heavy Germany read. So, oops. So yeah, I think that's a good selection of books. The hardback, I definitely won't be taking this with me on my trip, so I'll have to read that when I get home. Out of these, I think whatever weighs the least or is the easiest to carry in my carry-on is what I will end up taking with me on my trip. And so I'll take 3 of these on my trip and I'll leave 2 home to get caught up on when I get home. Okay, well, thank you so much for watching. Please, if you don't mind, like and subscribe to this video. I would so appreciate it if you had a good time. I know I love chatting about books with you guys. If you have read any of these books or have any thoughts about these, let me know. And what are you guys reading in July? Have a great one. See you later. Bye.